Hi, I'm Dr. Bob Graykowski, creator of the Better Brain Blueprint. Today we are talking about how visual and auditory stimulation from the outside affects our brain. So what does that mean? It means that the things that we're seeing, the lights, frequencies of lights, sounds, frequencies of sounds, changes in tempo, affect our overall brain. If we look at the MRI of a person that's playing a video game, here to this is a non-violent a video game. So you actually might be doing something where you're learning something. This is actually affecting part of our visual center, so we're being focused. It's also affecting left and right brain equally. That creates a better brain pattern. It's actually more in a balance. You're actually learning. You're creating and you're learning and remembering. Creating and learning and remembering. So it's going from left to right brain equally. If we look at a violent game player, this is affecting the middle brain. The first one affects your higher brain where you're learning something. The other one affects the limbic system, the emotional brain. So if you're playing something where you're fighting or you're actually shooting somebody or you're killing somebody, that is imprinted. Not only the visual, the emotional aspect, it's affecting your emotional centers of the brain, and it's affecting what's called a beta wave pattern at a much higher level so that you're actually revving up the brain. So if a person is watching video games or watching television with explosions and all these things all the time, it is affecting your brain health and your memory processes. It's also affecting your ability to sleep. It's affecting things that you might start to think about. If I look at kids that are just playing video games hour after hour, it is affecting their overall brain. What you see over and over again is going to leave an impression in your brain, and you won't be able to tell something that's you visually watch over and over again and something that is real. So if you're watching video games where you're shooting and blowing up people, this is such a critical problem that we have to look at as a society of how this might be affecting the things that are taking place in our schools, the shootings, people going crazy. Now there are a lot of factors with that. That's what we talk about, is how to reduce those processes in our brain so that we are not in this angry, agitated state. But video games and lights can actually rev you up or slow you down. So if you're going to look and play these video games, it's important to look at that you do things to kick out of that process. Even just taking a walk in nature, if you did an MRI afterwards, it's like your brain is balanced and it's calm and it's relaxed. If it's right after a video game, everything is hyperactive, and we wonder why kids have attention deficit hyperactivity disorders, and we wonder why people are more stressed in today's society. We're doing it to ourselves. So make conscious decisions. If you're playing these games, make sure that you do it on a limited scale, and that you do other things to kick out of that so that you can actually come back to reality. This is another Better Brain tip from Dr. Bob. Have an awesome week.